What's good YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you click that notification bell. Leave your comments down below and enjoy this reaction video.
What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You have just entered the Break Room Chronicles. Well, breaks are normally 15 minutes, but child, over here, we break for 1 damn hour. Shouts out to the 2 Live crew. Child, I see you. By far the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. You better ask someone about this 2 Live crew. Oh, and shouts out to the Bush Gang. Hey, Bush Watchers. What it do, Bush Gang? Shouts out to the Replay Gang. Hey, Replay Gang. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you let us know in the bottom of the video that you're Replay Gang in this thing. So myself and the 2 Live crew definitely know it's real. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to another Break Room Chronicles. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing great. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you are doing and meet me over here in the damn break room, y'all. So you guys see the title of this live. So we talked, if you were in my late night chat last night, if you were not in my late night chat last night, please go back and watch that video. It's actually 2 hours long, but it actually was a really good live. And based on that live, in that live, I told you guys that I've been watching, a lot of other stuff on YouTube. Obviously we watch the moms over here, but I've been watching a lot of other stuff. And because of what all that's going on in the world, with people, with inflation and people making decisions about, their job and, the price of gas and food and housing is steady climbing, but the rate of pay is not going anywhere. A lot of people are having to make some very hard decisions. And one of the things is people are quitting jobs to find better paying jobs, obviously, but most importantly, people want and need workplace balance. Okay. So in a way, this conversation is going to tie in to the mommies, because what we talk about with these moms, one of the most important things that we stress when we do these reactions, a lot of us have a very weak understanding of why the moms do what they do on their channels, right? We don't understand why they don't take their content seriously based off our understanding. That's the interpretation that we get. But what I want to share a video with you guys, and what I kind of is understanding now is, at the end of the day, what I feel for these moms is they basically are being paid to be themselves, right? And based off them being themselves, they create a community of people that resonate with what they're displaying, right? So so obviously it may not make sense to everybody, because if you're in a different place in your life, you're in a different mindset, you've had different experiences in your life, it will make you think differently, right? So I want to talk about that. Okay. I want to talk about that. Now, again, I hope you guys enjoy this live. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Thank you guys so much again, stopping for what you were doing and meet me over here in the break room. So, so I went on YouTube today and I searched a term. Okay. And let me go ahead and pull up that screen so you guys can see what I was looking at. So I put into YouTube, I quit my job. Okay. And when I put that into YouTube, there were numerous videos of people videoing their experience of why they're quitting their jobs. Okay. for a lot of reasons. A lot of people are quitting their jobs to start YouTube. A lot of people are quitting their jobs to follow dreams of maybe different careers and professions, or people are quitting their jobs to become entrepreneurs and things of that nature. But there was one video in particular that I found that I want to share with you guys. It's a lady named Lynette Atkins, and she quit her job about a year ago to become a full-time content creator. And we know by the ladies that we watch here on YouTube, that's what they do. They're a full-time content creator, and they use their life as content and display it on YouTube. Okay. So I did listen to some of her video, and she had some very good speaking points. And I want to share those points with you guys, and hope you guys, maybe get something similar to what I'd have got out of it. If you guys get something different, we can share that here in the break room. I'll probably do some call-ins so you guys can, get online and talk your talking points out instead of typing them out. Okay. So I just want to let you, because like I told you guys, yes, we watch the mommies and we watch the ish, but obviously I watch a lot of other stuff. So my mind is focused on a lot of things. Okay. And with me being a person who quit my full-time job last year to become an entrepreneur, I really understand it. Mental health is something very serious. A lot of Americans is dealing with that. And one thing, most importantly, too, is mental health when it comes to a work-life balance, which I think is very important. Now, in no way is this live to promote you to quit your job or whatever. You obviously do what you need to do to make your life situation work. But, sometimes people need to hear other experiences from other people to see if they can kind of relate to them, and maybe some way, somehow they can take a piece of what somebody has going on and see if it can help them in their situation. Okay. So let me pull up that video.
Followed me in my journey for a while now. You guys know that I quit my job about a year ago to become a full-time content creator, and it was definitely one of the scariest choices that I've ever made. I had a really good job coming out of college, especially for someone who graduated college during the pandemic. It had great pay. It was a job in tech. And honestly, as my platform on YouTube started to grow, I wasn't 100% certain that this would be something that I could really even do full time. But I knew in my heart that this is something that I was meant to be doing. And so I went ahead and just took the leap. And I'm so glad that I did. So in this video, I really want to share with you guys everything that I've learned in the past year, becoming a full-time content creator, all the things that I wish I knew before I became a full-time content creator. And honestly, I just really want to be as transparent as possible, because I know a lot of you guys are really interested in doing this as a job. And it's definitely one that we just don't talk about enough. So I'm going to share with you guys literally everything, like the good, the bad, the ugly. Being a content creator, when you think about it, is a really crazy thing, because you're literally getting paid to be yourself. And typically in the society, we think about work and we think about our job, and then we think about ourselves as separate from that. We think about our job as something that just pays our bills. But when you become a content creator, your job is to literally show up as yourself and attract a community of people who resonate with that version of yourself. So I think for me, one of the biggest changes that I've really had in the past year is learning to reframe my definition of work. When you think about a job, you clock in for maybe 8 hours a day and then you clock out. When you're not working, there's that separation there. But when your job is to literally document yourself and be yourself online, every single part or version of yourself and every single thing that you're experiencing becomes something that you can monetize and make into content. So it can be kind of difficult, especially if you're not someone who is really good in terms of boundaries with work. It can be very difficult to separate that out when I'm hanging out with friends, when I'm by myself, when I'm resting. Anything that I'm doing, literally any time of the day, can be content. And so it's really hard, especially again as a lifestyle creator, it's really hard to learn when to turn that off. And so I think a lot of people assume that if you become a content creator, then you're working a lot less, which can definitely be the case. But for a lot of people, and for me especially, when I first transitioned into doing this full time, it actually ends up becoming a lot more work. At the end of the day, it's definitely not for everyone. For me, there's still been so many more pros to this being my job. Again, being able to have my job be about me, I get to prioritize my personal growth, my inner growth, my health, because I get paid to show me prioritizing those things. And so it's I have a lot more time than most people who work 9 to 5 to really put into myself, into my self-care. And so at the end of the day, like, I'm okay with the sacrifice of me sometimes feeling like I can't be present, or maybe I'm like struggling with the boundaries or whatever. I'm okay with those like downsides for the fact that I literally get to, again, just get paid to be myself. Like, it's just something that I really would not trade for the world. And for me, more than anything, like, I'm just really truly passionate about what I do. And so it excites me more than anything to be able to like hit record or get content or even get cute and take Instagram pictures. Like, all that stuff really does make me excited. One thing that
So I just want to stop her right there. She said something that I felt like resonated with me. She has a passion for what she does, and it shows in her content, right? So when you have a passion for what you do, it shows in your work, you know? And to tie this into the moms that we watch on YouTube, I personally feel like these ladies do not have a passion for what they do. I think they just do YouTube because it comes very easy and it's not much that they have to do. And to be quite honest with you, that equates to anything that you do in life. If you have a passion for it, you'll do it really well, right? Now, I know I see a lot of you saying, well, I wouldn't quit my job for YouTube. And in no way am I trying to influence anyone to quit their job for YouTube. That's not what I'm trying to do. In no way am I trying to influence you to quit your job. But what I do want to influence is to be happy and passionate in what you do, right? Because it makes a lot of sense, because when you're passionate and happy about what you do, it shows in your quality of work. And that even goes for YouTube videos.
I really have had to learn, though, is that like you, just because your job is social media does not mean that you need to be consuming social media. I honestly feel, I don't remember who said this, but there's someone that I follow basically saying like, the key to being a content creator, or one of the keys, is to create more than you consume. And I definitely agree with that, because when you're posting on social media throughout the day, it's so easy to get sucked in. And I definitely think it's a good thing to be on social media and engage and consume social media if you're also creating it. But I think that you definitely, like, one thing that I've really, really had to work on is learning to put my phone down. Like, if I have to post something, post it and then put my phone down.
Jasmine, sis, you really need to watch this video. I hope you come across my reaction, or I hope you maybe find her channel yourself. I'll link it after this live. That speaks volume. If you're going to create the content, don't constantly consume the content. Okay, this piggybacks off our live chat last night. Okay, you're going to create the content. Don't constantly consume the content, because it hinders you to create the content. We know how we hear all these ladies. I had to take a social media break. I had to take a social media break. And then you're not posting for 3, 4, 5 days. Well, the ladies that we follow over here are moms with more than one child. This lady, I don't believe she has any children. Okay. So these moms have kids, right? And we know kids do what? It equals dollars. Okay, you got to spend to take care of your children. So me personally, I don't think it's smart to consistently take breaks from YouTube, because when you do that, you're breaking up your flow of money, especially for these moms, because they don't have like brand deals, money they can fall back on. They, in my opinion, solely consume and rely on AdSense revenue. And if you're not putting up the videos, you're not getting the AdSense revenue.
Paid as a social media influencer or a content creator, an entrepreneur just in general, your income is not secure at all. Like, it's very inconsistent. You don't know exactly what you're going to be getting on a month-to-month basis. And luckily for me, I've gotten paid really, really well. I've never really had a really rough month. So for me, honestly, I get paid anywhere from like 10K a month to sometimes 20 to like 25K a month, depending on what the month looks like. I've had like 30K months sometimes. I think my lowest month has been like an 8K month in the past year. And so the pay can be very lucrative, but that also depends on you and what your platforms are like, what your engagement is like, what your management looks like, if you have management. And I think for me, I'm more.
So did you hear that, you guys? She was very honest and transparent to share how much she makes on YouTube, okay? And she says that, you know, she makes, and this is like in the past year, okay? She can make 10,000. She says she had some $30,000 months. She's had as low as a $6,000 month, and she has over 100,000 subscribers, okay? Is the moms making that type of money? Yeah, I don't think so. I really don't. Because she puts up content that influences people, okay? And based off what we watch over here, it really doesn't influence, I would think it doesn't influence me. I don't think it influenced y'all either. So obviously their engagement is a little different. So I think the ad revenue might be a little different for them. Okay. And it's probably why, you know, I'm going to piggyback off of Jasmine a little bit. That's probably why she stresses as much as she does, because she's really not making the revenue that she feels like she needs to make. She makes enough to get by, but she's not making enough to live comfortably, in my opinion. That's an assumption.
Of like a type A kind of person. I really like to know exactly what's going on in every area of my life. And so I've really, really had to learn to like really, more than anything, just trust the universe and trust that I'm going to be taken care of. And I think when I quit my job that month, I had made around like 10K from content. So I was like, oh, okay, like I can do this. Like I could definitely do this full time. But I didn't know I don't even think I had that many sponsorships secured for July. So I didn't even know fully like what my payout was going to look like the next month. And so I remember by like August, I went on vacation to Greece. Y'all probably remember. And I was like kind of stressing about money because I was like, damn, like I'm spending money like I got it like that, but I don't know if I do. Like I don't have that many sponsorships. I literally got back from Greece the end of August. And that's when I got an offer from a brand for a long-term sponsorship. And that sponsorship was more, they were going to pay me more monthly than my old job was paying me for a salary. So when you think about that, if you're getting paid from one brand more than you're getting paid from your 9 to 5, then you're pretty much set. That's really when my baseline income became a lot higher. I knew, okay, this much money is going to be coming into me every single month for these next few months. So yeah, the pay thing is something that's very stressful. And I honestly, my biggest piece of advice is to make sure that you, one, are quitting your job when you really truly know that you are ready, like financially, when you have the savings, at least like 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, but also that you know that like at least for the next few months, you're going to be making enough, whether that be from sponsorships or whatever.
Now, obviously, you guys, she's speaking from a very, sounds like, responsible standpoint. She sounds like she's very responsible with her money, her budgeting, her planning. And it sounds like she doesn't have children. Okay. She's taking trips in Greece. Now, obviously, when you have kids, things change, right? The situation changes. Your housing situation changes. You have more mouths to feed, you know, so things become a little different, right? Versus somebody who doesn't have children. Now, these ladies, in my opinion, for Chrissy, Jasmine, and Olivia, when they came to YouTube, I don't think they were working like careers. You know, if they were working, they just had a job. They weren't in careers. I think Olivia, I think the last time I seen, I don't even remember. I think she said something about she was excited about getting an interview at Subway, you know, and that's before she really, I think that was before she got monetized on YouTube. So Chrissy said that she's had like, I think she said she was a pharmacy tech, and Jasmine said she worked, I think, at a daycare or something like that. So it's not like these ladies came from like long careers and things of that nature. So their situation is a little different. But I think if they would, you know, Jasmine always talks about, you know, tell her influential people to watch, you know, but she wants people who are real. Well, this lady is talking real. She's just talking on a different real level, a more structured, a more sound level than I think Jasmine is probably looking for.
To cover your expenses. You want to be making comparable, I would say personally, you want to be making more money than you are from your 9 to 5 before you quit. But then I also really suggest that you think about like other income streams that you can like spin up so that you're not just relying on brand deals to make you money. Because when you're just relying on brand deals to make you money, it's just stressful. You feel pressure to be consistent all the time, which sometimes you're not always going to feel like doing. You feel pressure to say yes to more brands sometimes, depending on like what your month is looking like. So just make sure that you're really thinking about like, okay, if I'm going to be doing this full time and I'm really just going to be relying on brands to pay me, or maybe AdSense, which is not a really reliable source of income at all, what is that going to look like for me? And for me, I will say, honestly, AdSense, for me, AdSense back like this time last year was making me a lot more money than it is now. I think in June of last year, because I had so many videos that were kind of popping off, I think I was making.
Do you hear what she said? She says for her, AdSense is not a really reliable source of income. And I've heard of not just this lady, I've heard a lot of people say that on YouTube, you know, unless you're like in the millions subscriber club, even for myself, every month is not the same month. It's my months are, my views are predicated on the type of content, hence right now we have 169 people in the live. We had more people in the live last night we had about 500 in the live, and we were on live at 2:00 in the morning. Okay. So, but that also comes from my channel, basically comes from the drama. So when there's a drama title, or it's a speculation that's going to be some drama in the video, then obviously that's where I get the views from. So, things fluctuate. So that's why I'm saying for these moms, every month is not a money-making month. And obviously when you're doing content creation as a full-time job, especially as a mother, you definitely need a backup plan. And I, in my opinion, some of the men that they're choosing in their lives, I don't think is a good backup plan for them. Hence the reason why we're saying, Jasmine does YouTube, and it could be its potential that she gets food stamps still. Like if you've been doing this for 10 years, and we know this lady just says that she makes like $10,000 a month in AdSense revenue, and if you look at her views, she's not getting 40 and 50 and 60,000 views. But someone in the chat just said it. One thing about this lady, she's aesthetically pleasing, so, and she has a way with talking. She's articulate, so she can hold a conversation, and she can hold people's interest. That's key when you're becoming a content creator. Jasmine's display of her video yesterday that she sat in a car with her kids, crying and being sounded like they were miserable. They were upset. And then her conversation was, people are talking about her and picking on her. Yeah, that's not going to really be a video that's going to get a whole bunch of good ad revenue in it, because people are just like, okay, girl, like everybody is suffering in the world right now. Everybody's going through something, because people don't always want to hear the bad of everything that's going on, and I think Jasmine focuses on being a victim in situations, and people don't like to see the weak in people. I feel people like to see the strong in others.
Making like 6K, even some 7K some months from AdSense. And so for me, that was a really big lump sum of money on top of all my sponsorships that was really showing me like, I'm probably going to be fine. But AdSense income definitely can change over time. Your AdSense revenue comes from how many views you're getting usually. So if you have a bunch of videos that pop off, and that's how your channel grows, you're going to get paid a lot of money from ads. But eventually, as your channel kind of starts to like even out and your engagement gets, your engagement is going to get really high, and then it's going to start to drop. That's just what happens. And as that happens, your AdSense revenue is not going to be as high as it was when your channel kind of blew up. Just think about that when you think about like your analytics and your engagement. Like at the end of the day, it's really, really exciting when your channel or maybe your TikTok or whatever blows up. But for me, for every single platform that I've been on, I've had a plateau. And I've had a pretty long plateau on every single platform. And for me at first, that was like really, really stressful, because I was like, fuck, like I need to constantly be growing. Like I need to figure this out. But at the end of the day, like usually brands can still see your worth once you hit a certain point. So for me, having a presence on TikTok, but then also having a presence on YouTube and a little bit of a presence on Instagram has really helped me pull in different brand deals across different platforms and get paid pretty well. So a lot of my big brand deals haven't just been on YouTube, they've been on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So think about yourself.
Exactly, Christina. YouTube is this lady's job. This is her sole source of income. And so you're welcome, Coco Marie. So she takes it very seriously. And again, that's the thing. I think that's where the reaction video started, right? It's what we're stressing is, man, sis, as a Black woman, as a mother, why not take yourself, your content more seriously so you can, you can go to the next plateau, and I don't think these ladies have gotten it, just like with Chrissy, getting eviction notices and things like that, being a mother of 9 children. Like, to me, that's ridiculous. Like, especially in today's time, like, sis, trying to figure out where you're going to house your children is not a smart move. Especially being a mother of 1 child or a mother of 9. That is not smart at all.
About what platforms you feel the most comfortable on, but then also just be thinking about like how you want to optimize your time and how much time you're dedicating to each platform. Obviously, TikTok's a little bit easier to grow on than Instagram. If you're putting all your time in Instagram, you're probably going to be wasting your time. So just thinking about those things, especially when you're thinking about the monetization factor, is really, really important. There's a lot to unpack when you think about monetization, and I can talk about this probably for hours, but I'm not going.
So let me give you guys another example. This is what I like about her. She's very calm with her tone. Her tone is very level. She's engaging your interest because she's giving specific talking points. She's putting those talking points, bulleting on the screen so it can catch your attention. So, mentally we can focus on what she's saying. And I'm gonna jump off the 3 moms that we watch, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about Peach real quick. This is one of the reasons why I don't get into Peach and her motivational speaking about making money, because I don't take her seriously because she doesn't carry herself seriously. She carries herself as a joke, right? And for my taste, I need somebody like this woman here. Although this woman is much younger than me, but she seems very serious. When you're talking about money, you need to talk seriously, right? Because money is serious, right? So all that, jumping out into a song and dance and saying something really goofy throws my attention span off. So that's why I don't follow Peach at all. But I don't really get into her motivational talk about big bag, big bank. Because I guess you are making the money, but when it comes time to actually talk about it, I don't feel her, because it's too much joking in between, and I don't take her seriously.
And then you really want to figure out consistency, right? Consistency, like I've said before, is key, and like really sticking to a consistent schedule. But more than anything, on top of all of those things, you want to make sure that you're in alignment with your mission and with what you feel like your purpose is. Because a lot of times we see other people doing stuff and we're like, okay, Lynette's doing this, and maybe I should do this too. No, your mission, your purpose may put you in a totally different direction than where I'm going. I was doing fashion. I've been really all over the place in terms of my content pillars, what my personal brand looks like. I'm still figuring my shit out, to be honest, but it's worked out for me because I've really, more than anything, prioritized my mission in all of my content. You guys know my whole thing is just sharing what I'm learning as I go. I'm on my personal journey to healing myself, but I also really want to figure out how I can contribute to a world in which everyone can do that for themselves as well, how everyone can have access to these things, right? Y'all know this is my mission. I talk about it all the time. And so for me, because that's been the driving force behind all my content, I think that's the reason why, like, no matter what niche or topic or whatever that I dabble into, I still am coming back to myself. Like, my mission is still the center in everything that I'm doing, and people will resonate with it, and people want to follow me for that reason. So again, despite what like content pillars or whatever you choose to focus on, what platforms you choose to focus on, or how consistent you're being, your number one thing that you need to be thinking about in the back of your head always is your mission. Honestly, the advice that I wish I would have maybe listened to a little bit more when I was still working my 9 to 5 is that, like, if you're working 9 to 5 right now and you want to be a full-time content creator, take advantage of the fact that you're in a 9 to 5 right now. You have an advantage right now, and that content for you is your passion. It's not your full-time job yet. And because of that, you get to move from a place of love versus moving from a place of, oh, fuck, I have to do this today so I can pay my bills. If you're working 9 to 5, I know there's a lot going on. You're probably tired. You're probably trying to balance your personal, like your social life, your health, your rest, your sanity, and then you're also wanting to post online, but you also have to pay your bills. I get it. It's really, really tiring. It's probably a lot, especially if your job is draining you. But I really, really encourage you in whatever way you can, take advantage of the fact that you have stable income right now. Figure out your time management, make it work for you. And y'all know, like, I'm a really big preacher on, like, you know, you can build your dream life without having to work too hard, whatever. But like, in all honesty, you're gonna have to work a little bit hard right now if you're in a position where your time is limited. And if y'all go back and watch my old videos, y'all will see.
And that doesn't have to just do with content creation. You got to work hard in anything that you want. If you're working at a 9 to 5 and that's what you want to do it, right? But if you want that promotion, if you want that different pay grade, you have to work really hard at your job in order to get that, in order for people to take notice to you. Just like with content creation, you got to work really, really, really hard in order for people to take notice of you. To me, it's the same thing. It's just two different worlds.
See, like I have not always had the healthiest relationship with productivity. For me, when I was working 9 to 5, I was working 24/7. Like I pretty much had no social life. We were also in the pandemic, so that kind of helped things. But for me, like I would be, you know, Saturday nights was like me editing all night. Sunday nights, me editing all night. Like every single night for the most part, like besides spending time with my boyfriend and my friends every now and then, I was pretty much always working either on content or on my 9 to 5. Or then like I was going to the gym, taking care of myself whatever other way I can, maybe resting when I could. But like I was so laser focused on growing my platform. And more than anything for me, it was because I was really, really passionate about it. That's what it really came down to more than anything, was that I was like excited every single time I posted. I was excited.
Right. She was laser focused. She was very passionate. What we don't see in these moms, you know, anytime that you go live, laying down in the bed with the covers up to your nostrils, you're not laser focused, nor are you passionate. But that works for Jasmine's audience, Olivia's audience, because we remember Olivia used to do a lot of lives laying in the bed. Okay, that works for her audience because that's the audience. The audience obviously relates to that, you know. But although we are watching, but we're just sitting here appalled, like, my God, girl, get yourself together. You're on the internet.
To talk to my community. I probably had like 2,000 subscribers at one point, and I was so excited to talk to whoever would comment on my videos. I would be commenting back. I would just be so excited about it, like every single time I did it. So for me, again, I would really say, first, really ask yourself, is this for you? Do you find passion in doing this? And yes, you might be tired. Yes, you might have a lot going on. But if you really, really are passionate about it, you will make it happen. I wish that there was a better solution than you having to sacrifice your friends, your time with your friends, and your rest and X, Y, and Z for you to be able to do this full time. But that's definitely, honestly, what my journey was like. But luckily, I'm now here in a place where it's like, again, I'm getting paid to be myself every single day, and I get to take my time in the gym in the mornings. I get to have a 4 or 5 hour morning routine sometimes and move more slowly and really enjoy my time and vlog my day and share my experiences. So put in the work that you need to now. Figure out a schedule that works for you. Have discipline with your time. Learn to say no to some things that are maybe not serving you. Again, you want to approach this. You want to do this from a place of love and knowingness and alignment to your mission, and not from a place of desperation. So just make sure that you are giving yourself time, make sure you're being patient, and really more than anything, just enjoy the journey. We as a society are so obsessed with these end results and the life that we feel like we want, or the life that we feel like we deserve. And trust me, I get it. When you're working a job that you hate and it drains you, you just want nothing more to be able to get paid to just be yourself. But for me, honestly, when I look back at my entire journey to getting here, first of all, it was kind of a long journey. I was doing content for years before I even really knew that I was going to be trying to do this as a job full time. For me, again, it was about the passion. It was about me really just enjoying creating videos, expressing myself, learning how to get better at every little aspect and detail of becoming a YouTuber, like the editing, how to make a good thumbnail. Like there's so many things that go into it that you get to learn, you get to explore, and you really more than anything just get to learn about yourself. And that whole journey for me has been so much fun. Be as present in this journey as possible. Don't focus on the end result. Don't focus on the numbers or the monetization too soon. If you're doing this for just a few months or even just a few years and you end up quitting because you're not where you want to be, then this is not meant for you. This is a very like, it's a long game, honestly. And I know that some people have very quick come up stories, and especially on TikTok now, I see some people like blow up overnight, and I think it's so cool. That's just not how it works for everyone. And honestly, when you're on this journey, it can feel very lonely. It can feel very hard. It can feel like you're doing all this for nothing sometimes. Trust me, I know. But what it takes more than anything is not you being perfect at making your videos or your thumbnails or your titles or whatever. What it takes more than anything to be successful at this is posting again and again, no matter how many views your last video just got or how many likes your last picture or post just got. You just have to keep going. You have to keep focusing on the journey. So I promise you, overnight, your life can literally change. There's going to be a future version of you who's going to be looking back at current you and is going to be so fucking proud of you. Like I remember when I bought myself a 5,000 subscriber cake, like really go hard for yourself. Be your biggest advocate. No one is fully going to understand what you're doing or why you're doing it or why you're going so hard at it until you blow up, and then they're going to be like, oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Then everyone's going to be asking you for advice. So just go hard. Again, focus on and be present in the journey. I promise you, you are more than capable of doing this too. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys.
I enjoy that. Okay, so her name is Lynette Atkins. I really enjoyed her video because not only about content creation, it just it put me in a different mindset about just being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, with it, like I said earlier, you guys, with anything that you got going on in life, be it your 9 to 5, or if you're a small business owner, if you're a content creator, whatever you're doing, you need to stay laser focused. You need to have a passion for what you're doing, because when you have a passion for it, it shows in your work, right? And it keeps you wanting to be more passionate about doing what you're doing. How did Jazzy's masterclass turn out? I don't know, Shantae. I haven't heard her mention any more about it. I think I did see in a video where she talked about that she's running a special on it, but I haven't heard it. All this info was for free, right, Sis Soldier? And like we've said, people put price tags on this information. And again, what you sell, what you put a price tag on is your business. I'm not going to ever stop anybody's hustle. But a lot of times, you guys, all you have to do is have the patience and do your own research. And a lot of times what you pay people to know, you can find out yourself if you just take the time to do the research. And that's with anything you got going on in life, right? If you take the time and do the research, you don't have to pay for it. You'll figure it out, and one person may speak to you in a different way versus somebody else will speak to you, because, YouTube is a wealth of information. There's a lot of information on YouTube that people give to you absolutely free, no charge. You just got to be willing to take the time to listen. That woman's video was 17 minutes. So if you had a free 17 minutes just to listen to her, the motivation alone to get up and to be more focused, detailed, organized by whatever you're doing was free. All you had to do was take 17 minutes of your time. That's it. Hey, LK Reality TV, what's going on, sis? So that was the whole purpose of me doing this live today, because people are quitting jobs, and a lot of people are getting into social media. I know there's a lot of people in the chat that says, oh, I would never. And again, everything's not for everyone, since I've been on social media, I've done okay for myself. Obviously I'm not making $10,000+ a month, but I'm doing well for myself. And that's one of the other reasons why I decided to start my business, because I know I could do much better and I could take that to a whole different level, because my thing is, I'm not trying to be a full-time content creator. That's not my passion, right? I like engaging with people. I like connecting. I like talking and things of that nature. But my passion is what I'm doing with my business. That's what I love to do. I always love to create things. So that's why I started a business in creating things. On top of that, Shakay, they are paying for the shout outs. No way Jazz has been on here 10 years and she can't even make it to 100 subscribers. She sells editing info. Okay, Jazzy. Okay, sis. Mama Bear said you should check out her Sparkle Life. Very inspirational. She has 10K followers, but makes 20K a month. Wow, Mama Bear, that's a lot. I definitely would check out. I'm giving corporate one more year opening a laundromat. Q Money, congratulations to you. So this live is basically to inspire people to go for your dreams. This live is to inspire people to don't jeopardize your mental health for a check. Don't do that. And I feel like that's what Jasmine is doing to herself. I feel like she's jeopardizing her mental health for a paycheck. And as mothers, y'all, a lot of times we got to do what we got to do to get things handled. But right now, in today's current time, giving up your mental health for a paycheck, I don't think is advisable, because when you're all the way down, who's going to pick you up? Nobody's going to pick you up. You got to keep yourself kind of leveled so you can always be able to pick yourself up when you're down. Because when you get to a point where you're all the way down, it takes a whole lot to get you back up. Yeah, Q Money, congratulations to you, sis. Congratulations. So I'm going to put the link in the chat if you guys had any other thoughts. Okay, there you go. So I just put the link in the chat if anybody wants to call in and give their thoughts about the lady in the video, or what you've been watching, about the moms or something like that. Because, we discuss the moms over here on this channel. And we also discuss everything, a lot of other things. But that's the biggest thing, you guys. I just want to, I just have that type of heart. I want to see everybody doing good and living good. And I just wish, more so Jasmine, because it seems like out of all of them, it just seems like she doesn't really value herself. The other ladies, they know how to get up and clean up and spruce themselves up and stuff like that, but you never really see that from Jasmine. So I really want her to, we're going to use this word, be more laser focused on her. And so when she's more focused on herself, then obviously she can spread that over to her children. But if she's not even caring about her, how can she even put forth any energy and effort into her children? Because to me, when you become a mom, that's the biggest key. It's your kids, right? Because you want your children to have a good quality of life. And they can't have a good quality of life if the mother doesn't, right? It's a lot of mom channels on that does real good with no drama. Okay, here's Elevated Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Tasha. Hey, chat.
What's going on, sis? What did you think?
I really liked that video. She made a lot of sense. She spoke well. It wasn't just about her aesthetics for me. It was the fact that she actually spoke logical sense. Don't give up something if you know you're not ready, if you know you're not passionate, if you don't have something lined up. That's like a job. It's not wise to quit your job if you don't already have one already lined up. When it comes to the mommies, they're nothing like this. Like for me, I wouldn't give up my 401k and my pension and insurance plan and everything else I have going on for YouTube. I would make, I plan on making YouTube my side hustle, one of my many side hustles. I work full time for a 500 Fortune company. Thank God the pandemic allowed it to where I can now work from home full time. I don't have to send my son to daycare. So I work from home full time, and I went from one position within my company to a completely, totally different position within my company. And I love my position. Like I really and truly loved it. Never thought I would be so happy working for my company as I am now.
How long have you been working for that company?
For this company, I've been working for this company since 2017.
Oh,
but
wow.
I've been in this industry in the banking industry since my oldest daughter was 1. She's 17 now, so 16 years.
Oh wow, Nikki.
So this is like a career for me, and I've been able to move up within that career, and then now doing something completely different within my career. Like, I love it. During my break, while I wasn't working and they were trying to gather up different work from home positions and create different work from home positions for us that were home within the corporation, I took that time and I went back to school. I
Right.
got my esthetician license. I
Oh,
recently just graduated 2 weeks ago, getting my esthetician license.
congratulations.
Thank you. I've been vlogging for YouTube. I haven't posted up any videos yet because I'm a perfectionist and I like to have all my equipment and stuff. But I've been vlogging for YouTube to kind of show my journey, to show my passion with my kids, to show a positive light that you can be a mother of 5, still work full time, go to school, make sure your kids are tended to, make sure that their schooling is up to par, make sure that you take them out to different parks, take them on vacation, and not be struggling. Not all mothers of 5 or all mothers of 6, 8, 7, however many is struggling. And that's what I feel like these ladies are pushing out. They have no
Yes.
desire to work.
Struggle
Because they
vibes.
don't even they don't even work when it comes to YouTube. So you can tell they have no desire to work. Because they don't work for YouTube. They just turn on the camera and post whatever pops up.
Exactly. And that's been since I've been watching them. It's just another YouTube video. You could tell that they don't even take pride in their content because of what they display in the video. If you take pride in yourself in the content, you would show it in the video.
Exactly.
These ladies don't do that.
Like I have a story, and I feel like my story is very inspirational, but I refuse to post what I was going through when I was going through it, because it doesn't just affect me, it also affects my children.
Exactly.
And I respect their privacy, because everything I was going through before I got engaged and before I met my fiance, I went through it with them. So they're all a part of my story, and I refuse to embarrass them. I have them out there looking stupid, because I'm a reflection of them. They're a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of my man. I'm a reflection of my parents. And I refuse to let anybody be out here looking stupid. So my thing is, once I get to that position where I feel like, you know what, I've completely made it out, and I feel like I have completely made it out, and I can go ahead and tell my story. I can include my kids so that they can share their part of our story. These women, they go through every day, and they feel like because they're showing their downfall, they're being real. But you're not showing how you're getting up out of that downfall. You're not showing any different. You keep repeating the same revolving cycles. You're not doing nothing different. You're not inspiring anyone to do anything.
They're not even inspirational to themselves. So if they're not inspirational to themselves, Jasmine's live yesterday when she sat in a car clearly shows that she's not even inspired by herself. She doesn't even, if she thought she had growth, she doesn't even believe she has growth because she doesn't show it, right? Revolve, right, exactly, Takesha. Someone else said something, I could, no worth, Sis Soldier said that they don't have any worth ethic. And that's true. Anytime that you say in the middle of the month that you're taking a 5-day break, most YouTubers take breaks like once a year. They typically take breaks at the end of the year, because after Vlogmas, anybody that does YouTube for a living knows that January and February are low paying months. So that's typically when they take their breaks. Every month you shouldn't take 5-day breaks or 4-day breaks or something like. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but that's why you stockpile your videos. So in the event that you don't want to actively post, you already have videos coming out where it won't stress you to keep constantly create. Like the lady said in the video, Lynette Atkins said in the video, create the content, don't consume it. Right. And I think that's the biggest thing with all 3 of these ladies. They create and consume the content. They haven't found a balance yet.
Not only that, they're not thinking about the long run. Yeah, Chrissy made $30K at one point a month, but clearly she's not making that now. Chrissy made that $30K a month because she was going through a traumatic time in her life and she vlogged it, and there was more people who were there for the shit show than to actually support her.
Mm-hmm.
So she made that dollar amount. She clearly isn't making that now if you have to be being evicted constantly and have to request for whatever amendment or whatever she requested in court.
An abatement. Mm-hmm.
An abatement. Like she's not making that if you're requesting an abatement, because you're not showing the drama, which I commend her for not showing the drama and realizing not everything is worth putting on YouTube. But at the same time, she's not posting anything either to actually make good money. I enjoy Chrissy's vlogs. I like the vlog with her daughter going to her first dance. I enjoyed that. It's like little things. You have children there. There's other people that's stuck in the ghetto with that amount of children. Show them the different things they can do with their kids. Movie nights. I watched Sabrina. So I think it's Simply Sabrina.
Yes.
She works from home too. She doesn't work a regular job. She started her own thing, left the job that she was working, but she shows content with her children. She shows them being active. She shows them having movie nights. She decided just randomly she's gonna throw a party for I forgot what holiday it was, but she decided I'm just gonna throw my kids a party. Like simple things like that. She didn't have anybody else in the vlog. It was just her and her kids.
No, D. Rudd says, I'm sure the 30K a month declaration was more than likely capped. No, I think Chrissy did.
I think she did make it during that point of time.
30K that month. The views that she got on the husband leaving her and the ugly cry scenes, and yeah, she got a lot of it. Like she received well over 300,000 views on that video. So I definitely think she, and then move in with the pregnant belly, and then I don't know if you guys remember the video where she cut his stuff up, cut the shoes up and all that. Like she made some money that month. Now, obviously, did she have several months with 30K? No. Because if she would have, when she went to Houston on that trip, she wouldn't have had to, run and get her family an Airbnb while she was in Houston looking for another place. She would have already had them in Houston already. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing with her filing abatement, I don't know what that's all about. Obviously, that's a tactic to buy time, to buy her some more time. So again, I don't really know what that's all about because I haven't really looked into it. But
it's basically she's telling them that she's already applied, because there's different options that you can check off, whether you've already applied for rental assistance. You plan on, basically the state of Texas has to give her that information on rent assistance. So she requested for that information if she hasn't already done it. So like I said, it's basically a time tactic just to buy her time, because I think it gives her like 3 months or something like that additional in the house.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, but my thing is, what would just be the harm in just paying the rent? Why go through all that red tape and rigmarole? And not only that, what about the person who owns the property? They don't have the right to make money off of it. They gave you the opportunity to live in the home. Why you won't give them the opportunity to make money off the house?
Because she's a professional squatter. There's a video I watched. There's this lady. Fed have been going after her for years. I forgot what her name is. But
was she in Illinois?
I think so.
I know you're talking about.
She does the exact same thing that Chrissy does. She'll pay the 3 months in advance. She'll pay whatever to get in there, and then don't pay a dime after. And she does that from apartment to apartment. She has jumped state to state to state, and the feds are finally cracking down on her and her daughter.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're
even though
talking
the feds are involved, they're still having a hard time getting her out of her current place. Like, they've arrested her so many times. This is a professional squatter at the end of the day. But nonetheless, they're not taking the money that they're earning and they're not doing anything better with it. What if YouTube tanks? What if Google tanks? Anything can happen at any given time. You have to have some sort of security blanket. Chrissy is great at doing nails. Her nail designs on her press-ons looks good. If Texas don't require you to have a license to do nails, start doing nails. Have a side hustle. Do nails.
Yeah, but you have to, again, you have to have the passion and you have to be laser focused. If you don't have those things, you can have as many talents in the world. They do you no good. It doesn't do you any good if you're not passionate and you're not laser focused about it. And I don't think that's her focus on making an endless amount of money. I don't think that's her focus, unfortunately for her and her children. But I don't think that's her focus.
I encourage anyone who wants to do YouTube to do it. If you want to, like, I watch plenty of females who decided to up and quit their careers to do YouTube. A blogger named Gina Janine. She has 3 kids. One is grown, but she has 2 young kids with her. She decided to quit her full blown career as, I think she was an ultrasound tech,
Yeah,
to do
she was in
YouTube.
healthcare. Mm-hmm.
More power to you. Make
And
sure
she's
you have
doing really
some fun.
well.
Yeah, she is. She's
Mm-hmm.
doing really well. And she's another one too. She moves every year as well. But the difference is she keeps her kids in the same school district, and she's also in Houston. So it's a big contrast. So when these 3 moms come on here and complain, oh, you guys this, you guys that. No, because there's other women out here that's doing something very similar, but they're doing it with actually a conscious and with a purpose, with their kids in mind and not affecting their kids.
Right. Well, and then they have enough sense not to put all that negativity and ghettoism, if that's even a
Right.
word, onto the internet. And that'd be my thing with these ladies, you know.
I mean, they put
Um,
it on there because Gina's a little hood. Gina's a little
yeah,
ghetto.
Gina is definitely a little hood, but Gina is that funny hood. She's that
Yeah.
relatable hood, you know, because she puts flavor with it. You know, it's just not her laying in the bed with the covers up to her nostril talking about, yeah, I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that. No, that you really not gonna get that from her, right? But you will get like, I'm going through something, and she'll talk about it, and she'll tell you how she's gonna try to persevere through it, and you know, she'll give
That
you that
part.
conversation. I just started watching Gina a couple months ago, and her vlogs are like an hour long, and I watched the whole entire thing. A lot of times I'm like in the kitchen cooking and stuff, and I'll have Gina on, and I'm just going through the kitchen, and I enjoy listening to her, you
Me
know.
too.
Um, but you know, at this point, I guess we're just watching, and obviously we're just watching. And I think my thing is, because you know, I guess I shouldn't. I guess I can't care more than the moms care about their family. You know, because I guess when you do, it's like you're becoming emotionally invested, and I'm not emotionally invested, but I do as just as a woman, you know, and I just really feel like they should take more pride in their channels and what they put out for the world to see. Like
They
you
should
said,
take more
Nikki,
pride in
they do have
themselves.
a family. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Hey, Monique. Exactly. Chrissy kept the money. What money you talking about, JS?
From when she started to do her lashes, selling lashes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I think I remember that when she had the pre-launch and it never launched. Is
Hmm.
that what y'all talking about?
Yeah, the pre-launch that never launched, and then she did another launch that didn't launch.
Oh, what? Oh, she did another one. See, I missed that part. Okay, you know, oh my God, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, you know, I get it. Everybody's living, and everybody's not living comfortably. I get that, but you know, my thing is, if YouTube is not a supplemental income for you, then at this point, sis, just abort mission. Like, don't even do it anymore, because it's just you're making the situation worse, in my opinion.
Or add to it. I wouldn't say don't do it anymore, but add to it. Get up and do something. Jazz, I love the video where she showed her teaching her girls how to play basketball. Go find a
Yes,
coaching job somewhere.
yes.
It's summertime. Find a coaching job somewhere and work a couple hours. Nobody's telling you go work a full day. Work a few hours after school in the after school programs in a daycare where you can put legendary there while while you coach. Like, there's things out there. This pandemic created a boatload of opportunities. A boatload.
Yes, it really did. It definitely did. And unfortunately, with them being on social media and them being very savvy with social media, they're not taking any of these opportunities. And that baffles me. Like you say you have a whole bachelor's degree and since you're doing absolutely nothing with it, what's the point of even having it? You know? When you don't even do anything with it. When I watched that same video as well, when she was teaching the girls in the garage, the little her little basketball tips. And she seemed like she was a good instructor. She was telling them how to
She
balance their
was.
legs
She
and
seemed good at it.
yeah, she
She seemed
did.
like she was truly good at it. Like she looked passionate about it.
Right. Somebody said that was Philip's ideal, not Jazzy, Lazy Jazz's ideal. Yeah,
Well, even if it was Phil's idea, she posted it. She showed herself doing it, and you can tell she enjoyed it. You can tell the girls actually enjoyed doing it with her. She was passionate about what she was teaching them. They had fun.
yeah, they did. But me personally, I don't know. It seemed like that oldest girl, she didn't really seem like she really has a passion for the sport. Maya seemed to be a little bit more engaged in it, but I don't think Kaylin did. And when you're dealing with that, you clearly have to let the kids do what they want to do, what they have a passion
Hmm.
for. And just because she played sports, meaning Jasmine, doesn't necessarily mean her girls are going to inherit the same passion for it. You just got to let them grow into who they want to be and what they want to do. In my opinion, Jazz
The
should coach.
first start is to actually push them out there to know the different things that's out there. They don't know the different things that's out there to even be
Right.
aware of it. She
I
keeps on
remember
putting
a
that
couple
out.
years ago, she did have them in soccer, I think it was. She had them in
Yeah, I
soccer for
remember
a
that.
little bit. And then now I guess Philip has started them in basketball. So, but I mean, maybe sit down and ask them, what do y'all want to do? What do y'all, especially Kaylin, seem like Amaya probably just do whatever they tell her to do because she's still fairly young. But Kaylin seems to have a personality of her own. So maybe just ask Kaylin, well, what do you want to do? You know? But I definitely do. I'm with you, Nikki. I definitely feel like they should add more to their videos, to their content. Jasmine is, seems to be good in basketball. Maybe she can do videos on how to teach your young child to, be a good basketball player or the fundamentals of basketball. She could possibly do that. There's a lot of things that she can branch off into, but here's the problem, sis. You got to have energy to do that. If you get tired from folding laundry, sis, you're not going to do too much anything else.
Yeah. Emily said,
Unfortunately.
Emily said, take them to the theater. Exactly. That's what my vlog was consistent of. Our 4th of July weekend. I took my oldest daughter. She just graduated high school. I took her as a graduation gift. I paid for her to start school to get her lash license before she goes off to college. I vlogged that. I vlogged taking the kids to the movie theaters. We haven't gone since the pandemic. I took them to Six Flags. Like little things like that just shows like the kids having a fun since her channel is primarily based on her kids.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you take those kids, Jasmine's channel is focused on her children. I mean, really, pretty much, yeah. Her kid, yeah. I'm not going to say so much Olivia, but and Chrissy, she shows them, but she doesn't show them as much as Jasmine does. And if you took the kids out, Jasmine literally wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Which is
Nothing,
sad.
because she doesn't focus on herself. She doesn't tell you her dreams. She doesn't tell you her aspirations. It almost makes me feel like she doesn't have any.
I
Because
don't
you
think
never
she does, and I think it's lack of her upbringing. I honestly feel like it stems from the way how she was raised, the way how she carries herself, her dirty feet, all of I think all of that is based off of her upbringing. I mean, she said it herself in one of her lives. Her mom worked 3 jobs, and she considered herself spoiled because her mom would always buy her fast food.
I guess. I mean, but if you don't know any better, you can't do any better. So you have
Mhm.
to know better. And and it's not here's the thing though, it's never too late to learn. You see people in their 70s graduating from college. It's never too late to learn, but you got to want to learn. You have to, that's the thing though. You have to want to do better. You have to literally, I think Jasmine hasn't really hit her lowest point yet, you know. And I'm not saying this again. I'm going to say this, not wishing this on her, but I think if Chris leaves her, I think she'll then hit rock bottom because now you have 5 kids by 2 different men and you're not with either one of them. I think if that happens to her, it might make her become more focused on who she is and what she wants to do with her life. Again, that's just an assumption, but
It
it
could
does
be
seem like
because it seems like she was getting to that point when Phil was in jail before she met Chris. It seems like she started to at least try to get herself together. And then once she met Chris, it's like it all went down the drain.
Brandy said she would get back with Philip. Nah, I don't think she would. I don't think she would because I think in a way Jasmine has like Chris is a different person to her than Philip, and I think she's kind of got used to how Chris handles her, and I don't think she'll go back to Philip because to deal with Philip is dealing with all 10 of his kids, including her 4, versus just dealing with the 4 she has with him. I don't think Jasmine wants to do that. I think she was thinking of it at the time because obviously Philip was the only option because Chris wasn't an option at that time. But once Chris became an option and she seen she had options, I don't think Philip will ever be an option for her. And again, that's an assumption. I don't really know because I've never really had a conversation. I've never had a conversation with Jasmine. So I'm going to say that. But watching these ladies, I definitely do understand that people struggle with life. And I think, all 3 of these moms definitely struggle with life. And we built a community around them of our, thoughts and opinions. And I think a lot of us come from a very helpful place, They don't perceive it that way, but I think that's where we coming from. And I hope one day Jasmine gets it and does better for herself. All right, Nikki, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and I'm sorry, what's your last thought, sis?
No, I was gonna say I wish them all the best. My little man is waking up.
Okay, baby. Well, thanks for coming on and chat with me. I always appreciate you in the chat. Thank you so much.
No problem. I need you to do me a favor though. Can you check your IG requests for me? I have a big favor that I'm asking you to kind of spread the word on something that's very important to me.
Okay, yeah, I sure will, Nikki. You said my IG request?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome, baby. Let's see here. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know, you guys. I just hope the best for all of them. And is it ever going to happen? Who only knows? I know we talked that, last night in the late night chat, we talked about Jasmine possibly could be pregnant because, in my opinion, she is showing similarities of her behavior last year when we found out, hey, Trees, and when we found out she was pregnant with little legendary. And I'm just saying, you guys, at this point, I hope for her that's not the truth because she has a long way to go, especially one dealing with her self-esteem. And she hasn't even lost the baby fat from little legendary. Like, I don't think she can mentally, I personally, just based off her behavior, I don't think she mentally can handle that. But again, that's just an assumption. I'm not her. But I wish her luck. I think she is Latoya. I think that girl might be pregnant because she really is giving the same mannerisms that she gave last year when she was pregnant with little legendary. And obviously she's not ready to tell it because if she is, she more than likely will be in her first trimester. I just find it hard to believe that Chris would even impregnate her because he just doesn't seem like he's wanting to have a house full of children, considering he went 10 years without having a child. He went a whole 10 years before he had Legend. So it doesn't look like he was trying to populate the whole state of Texas, okay? I don't think she's pregnant. I can't see him sleeping together. She turns him off. You think so, Apple Pie? Well, he got her pregnant the first time. You think the attraction has changed from he got her pregnant last year to now? You think that's happened? It could be. That could be a possibility. I don't know. It's just weird. I personally just really feel like Jasmine should have never really introduced Chris to the internet. She should have just been like, I got a boo thing, y'all. And oop, I'm pregnant by the boo thing. And I just had the boo thing's baby and went on about her business. And he said he was drunk over there. So you say, catch her, he's not drinking anymore. Chris swore off the drinking because you see what happened. Oh, that could be a possibility. I don't know. You said she set him up. That could be a possibility. 6th child would send her over the edge. It could be. You said he wanted to secure the bag first time. What Brandy? What bag? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be, insensitive. I don't think Jasmine has a bag. And if she does, she has a very good way of hiding it. Legendary was in exchange for the truck. The next baby is for his business. Oh, really? Huh? Queen Letter, that could be possible. That definitely could be possible. Do they not believe in birth control? I haven't heard Jasmine saying anything about birth control. Now, she sounds like she's dealing with some high blood pressure issues. So I don't know if you could take that when you have. I don't know if you can take birth control when you have high blood pressure. I don't know that. So, yeah, Tina, what bag? The truck somewhere to half of these men don't get that sex equals children. More often than not, it's a physical release, and they act like it's a surprise when a child is produced, like it's not the purpose of it, right? Sunrise Speak. Yeah, some men, it's like, how did that happen? Okay, well, let's tell you how that happened. Hey, Mysterious, I thought Chris was going on a world tour playing basketball. Really, Sis Soldier? I don't think they were. Going where? Or around Austin? No, he kept saying he didn't want any kids. She trapped that man. Yeah, well, it worked. She want to be Chrissy Silver. You think so, Bella Bougie? That could be a possibility. I think she wants to be like, I don't know. Jasmine just when I first started watching her, she didn't give me old lady in the shoe. I got so many kids, I don't know what to do. She didn't give me that, but I could have maybe misread her, I don't know. I don't know why she even went live being busy with the kids and irritated. She definitely was very irritated. And y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. She talked about people in her DMs talking about she's fat and ugly. I don't think that's what it was. I think Jasmine really wanted to talk about the foot situation, her dirty foot situation, and she knew people were talking about it because she's seen the videos and stuff. But I don't think she really wanted to, because she know her foot being dirty is definitely her fault, right? But people making fun of her, it's not her fault. So she changed the conversation and to make like people are in her DMs. To be quite honest with you, Jasmine has said that before. She said it last year. People were in her DMs saying that she's fat and she's this and that and this and that. It's like, so sis, are you saying they left the DMs and now they're back again? I mean, if they were there before, they've been there. I really feel like she came up with that conversation in her live yesterday because she was trying to imply about the dirty feet thing, but she knew that was her fault. So it's nothing she can really say about her feet being dirty in the video because that clearly was your fault, right? Because they're your feet, right? But if you say, oh, people are saying I'm too fat and I'm ugly and I'm this, now that takes it off of her and puts it on the person that's allegedly bullying her. Did she address them pants being on the wrong side? Yeah, she did address that in the video. She said, I know my pants were inside out. That clearly just meant when she folded up the clothes, she folded up the clothes inside out. And when she took the pants probably out of her dresser drawer, she didn't realize they were inside out and she just put them on. I think the kids are causing a divide in between Jazz and Chris' relationship. You think so? Let me see. Who said that? Hey, D-Rod. Okay, Miss Peaches. I think the kids are causing a divide between Jazz and Chris' relationship. I've noticed she's happy and all as well when the Davis kids aren't home. Huh. Wow. Well, that would be, the kids would have always caused a divide because the kids have always been there. The kids were there before Legend was there. I think Jasmine, she likes having the kids, but when they get to walking and talking, sis is uninterested, right? I think Jasmine is the type of mother, she'll rather just dress them and send them to school. And then when it comes to the everyday taking, the everyday raising of a child, she would just rather for somebody else to do it. I think Jasmine would like Philip's position better and the kids come visit her on the weekends and he have them all during the week and stuff, I think she probably would, like that type of setup. You said, hey, racist. You said she mistreated them. Not a divine man because neither of them want the kids there. You think so, apple pie? Oh boy, isn't it a lot for us to notice so much in a video? Jasmine tells us, all these ladies tell us all the time, oh, you guys don't know what's going on. You only see 10 or 15 minutes. But you got to understand, you've been putting these 10 and 15 minutes up for years, okay? These 10 and 15-minute videos, you've been putting them up for several years. So all these 10 and 15 minutes have been compiled together and tell a whole story, sis. That's the problem. Yeah, you can't tell anything or 10 or 15 minutes, but when you got 3 years of 10 or 15-minute videos streamed all together, baby, it tells a whole different story, okay? People are very attentive. They pay attention. Chris has been slowly pushing them kids out from jump. You think so, Pretty Round? Huh. I can understand why she gets so angry with them. I got after my kids, but they got more hugs and kisses than anything. Especially, well, you know what, y'all? I'm just gonna keep it honest. My kids got yelled at, they got chastised, they got spanked, they got all that. Kids will get on your damn nerves. Okay, I'm not gonna act like my kids didn't get on my nerves because they definitely did. Okay, they definitely did. Especially if I'm going through something and they nagging me about something. Yeah, my patience was real short because I'm already mentally going through something or financially or physically, and then here you are, mom. Yeah, that would bother anybody, I would think, So I can understand her kids getting on her nerves sometimes because, y'all kids don't have boundaries. They don't know when, oh, I think I might be getting on mama's nerves. Yeah, kids don't have boundaries like that. They don't understand that, okay? So I definitely can understand her kids getting on her nerves. I mean, it's okay to show that your kid, it's okay to say, my kids are getting on my nerves today. It's okay to say that, if you can say your man getting on your nerves, I mean, and it's obvious he's getting on your nerves, why you can't say your kids getting on your nerves when we know kids can't get on your nerves? But you didn't record it. No, I didn't. My children made me laugh. My boys were so funny. Yeah, but my kids were very comical. Okay. My mother used to always tell me that me and my kids need to have a TV show. She said, you guys need to be a sitcom. But even in our good times, we definitely had times where I wanted them to go in their room and don't come out until I call you. Because I wanted to be by myself for a moment. Yeah, I've had those days. My kids got my damn nerves, LOL. But I'm not going to show that for years on Beyonce's internet. Yeah, that's definitely true, Nikki. Now, yeah, I had enough sense to get on the camera and show that to the world. But yeah, y'all have to understand, Jasmine likes the real and the raw, okay? But people don't like to see you constantly being mean to the kids. And it just seems like when she tries to be nice to them, it doesn't seem authentic. Because people see more times of her pushing the kids off than her embracing the children. Jazz kids always get on her nerves. I never heard her say gets on her nerves. She don't want Philip's children, just Hip's children. Jazz can complete with Hip's baby mother. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't, like I said, you guys, that could definitely be an assumption. She hasn't never came out and said that. So even if we say that, it's still an assumption. Hey, Amar, she's embarrassing. That's why people drag her ass. Yeah, that's true. But I don't think Jasmine understands that. That's the problem. Olivia embraces her BS. Like, she knows she owns some BS, so she embraces it. Chrissy is another one that tries to deflect from the obvious. She definitely tries to deflect from it. And I think Jasmine learned that from Chrissy, in my opinion. Does she tell them she loves them at all? Never heard it from her every day. I told my children I love them. Children need that. Yeah, children definitely do need that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember if she's told her kids to love her. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't listen for that. So, well, TMI, if her patience is that short, she don't need to no more children. Yeah, that's true. I'm not saying she does need more children. I'm definitely an advocate on sis. You got enough over there. Okay, my kids get on my nerves, then turn around and make me laugh. My oldest son is doing it now. Exactly, Elevate Nikki. Like, kids will get on your nerves at times, you know, especially when you're like, okay, stop. All right, you guys, stop. Chill out. Everybody chill out. Like, you do have to have those moments with your children. Like, okay, everybody settle down. That's enough. Especially if you got more than one in the house. Remember when all the kids were gone and Chris ordered all those wings? Look how happy she was. So damn happy with his kids. But her own kids get home and get half a sandwich and some fruit snacks. Lord, that's true. And I see Jasmine still in videos, some small vloggers. You do, Shakay? Huh? Hey, Yvonne. You just got back from food shopping? Oh, girl, I bet it hurt your pockets too, huh? Hey, Planet Mimi. So, yeah, you guys, I think that's going to conclude our live today. I don't want to take up too much of you guys Saturday afternoon. I got a few things I need to do. I don't know what I'm going to do today, you guys. I need to go to my office because I got some more boxes I need to carry over there. So I definitely need to get over there today. I should have been over there, but today was my day to do some laundry and stuff like that. So I kind of been busy in the house doing that. But I definitely need to get over to this office because I have some stuff over there I need to do. Oh, boy, it's always, yes, Sis Soldier. Yes, it's always nice chatting with you guys. I really do enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy these lives as well, too. Show me you enjoy it by hitting the like button. Again, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoy this live. If you're catching it in a replay, leave your comments down below about, you know, the things that we talked about. How is she still in videos? It's YouTube. You can only do so many videos. Smiley faces. How is she still in the videos, y'all? Hey, Secret, I love my child so much and kiss her so much every day that she told me today, Mom, why are you kissing like that? I was like, well, because I love you, honey. Oh, that's so cute, Secret. I love your perspective. Thanks, Racist. I appreciate that. Yeah, make sure you guys thumbs up the live. And I really would appreciate it. I believe once they get older, it's get better. My oldest are 14, 13, 11, and 10. Yeah, it does. I will say that, you guys, for you young moms out there or moms with the little kids, it definitely does get better when they're older, right? Because when they become more independent and can do things on their own, and you don't have to be there every step of the way. Like, you don't have to pour the juice. You don't have to make the sandwich. You don't have to pick their clothes off the floor because they're old enough to do it themselves. It does start getting a little better. But when you are a mom of a lot of children, if you have multiple children, the best thing is, Shakay, and for a lot of you, Nikki, I know, Nikki, you have more than, well, I think you have 5 kids. Shakay, I think you got about 5 too, right? When you have a family of so many children, you definitely have to put your house on a schedule. Everybody has to be on a schedule, down to the family pet. Everybody has to be put on a schedule because it's hard trying to run a house, work a job, have a personal life, you know, it's or social life. It's hard trying to juggle all that. So you can't just have kids running amok. That makes sense for no one. That doesn't make sense for you as the parent. It doesn't make sense for the child as well. Children need structure. Period. Children need structure. And whatever structure looks like in your home, that's what children need. They need consistency and they need structure. It helps them grow them up to be, we would hope, to be a productive adult. Okay. You can't just let your kids, you have 5, 17, 11, 7, 6, and 10 months. Oh my goodness, sis. Yeah, you definitely have to have structure with your children. You can't just let them run amok. If you're sitting like with Jasmine yesterday, she was sitting in the car and waiting on whatever, and the kids were very restless, you know, she should have stopped and controlled that. Like the 12 minutes she went live, she could have not did that 12 minutes and maybe just paid more attention to her kids. I think if she would have been more active with the children, like sit and have conversations with them, maybe sung some songs with them, or, you know, or maybe put their little, if they have tablets, if you're going to go somewhere, you're going to be gone from home a long period of time, give them their own tablet so they can occupy themselves. Like, you got to be very creative when you're a mother of children. 32, 29, 27, 6. Wow, Dr. Myra, you got some true adults over there. And you got a 6-year-old. That 6-year-old snuck up on you, didn't it? right? They really don't bother me anymore. I get more help now. Exactly, Shakay. When they get older, they definitely are more helpful to you. So if you're a mom right now and you got 4, 5 little bitty ones at home, and it seems like, oh my God, you about to pull your hair out, sis, just stay steady, stay strong, and just look for the future. Because as they get older, it definitely gets better, and it gets even more better when you got all your kids in school. Okay. TMR, she won't even sit at the dining room table with her kids. Yeah, no, she won't. And then maybe that would be a good thing for her to do. If she wants to blog something, blog that, Jasmine. Blog you sitting at the table with your kids and you guys having dinner conversation. I think her kids would really enjoy that. I think they really, really would. Okay. Again, that's just my opinion. But you guys make sure you hit the like button. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here for the day. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Okay. LaShonda said she got 16, 13, and 3. Ooh, that 3-year snake. See, y'all got a bunch of sneak up babies. Okay. These babies are definitely sneaking up on y'all. Okay. Or a child. TMR would never ever tell you. I got my children are, oh boy, 25, 24, 21, and 17. TMR will not tell you from 2 years from now, I got, a 2-year-old. You definitely won't hear that from me. Okay? No, because I definitely know my limits. And 4 was my exact limit. I didn't want any more children. That was enough for me. Okay? Sis said I want one more. But Dr. Murray, you go on ahead with your bad self. TMR, do not. Okay? Hey, Tony. Hey, our family, our journey. All right, you guys, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all hit the like button. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.